Hello there, it's Samantha. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Samantha, and this is my channel where I talk all about books. Anyway, today I'm coming to you with a video which I wouldn't have done, but my friend Evie, who watches my videos, so hi Evie, she was telling me some videos that she wanted to see from me. One video that she wanted to see was a bookshelf tour. Now, if you've been here for a while, you might know my books have been all over the place. My books were in storage at my grandparents' house for almost 4 years. I finally got them out of storage, but the majority of them are still in boxes. As you can see, there are spaces on the shelf, but I can't fill them because we're currently doing some work on our house, which means my brother is going to have to move back down into my room, and so we'll be sharing, and so he'll need that space to store his stuff. So I can't spread my stuff out yet. So I wasn't gonna do a bookshelf tour because they're a mess. They are a mess. And I feel like the whole point of the bookshelf tour is to show off your entire book collection. And obviously I'm not doing that because most of my books are in storage. So I wasn't going to do this video, but Evie asked for it. So this is my very chaotic bookshelf tour, which is only like half of the books I own. I'm just going to insert what I filmed. It's a bit all over the place, but I mean, what's new on this channel? So this is shelf 1, side A, I'm calling it. So first things first, I have this very little thing, which is called My Adventures with Disney's Beauty and the Beast. My grandparents got this for me in 2002, and it's basically just got like my name and stuff. Then we have my favorite book of 2019, Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I have 2 little bookmarks, which are these magnetic bookmarks. I also have all the rest of my bookmarks here. Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. I read this back in 2014, and at the time I loved it, but I don't know how I'd feel about it now. I've heard some negative things about Sarah Dessen, so. We have Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. A Work in Progress by Connor Franta. This book is like beautiful. Hold on. Now I say that and I can't find anything. I don't know. It's just beautiful. I love it. I'm not going to pull all these out because there's just like, it's just going to take too long. But we have Looking for Alaska and the Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur, which I don't actually like very much. Yeah, I should probably get rid of that. The Sweetest Kind of Poison by Katie Wismer. Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. It doesn't fit with the rest of the series, so it's going here. Everything by Nicola Yoon. And then we have the all 10 books in the George Nicholson series, which I love. I really need to reread it. Let's move on down. So first things first, we have this light up S, which my friend Yasmin got for me for my birthday. And it's just really cute, and I'm trashed for like marble effect. Yeah. So these are all TBR books on this side of the shelf. The next 3 shelves facing this way are all TBR, so that I can see them, so that they can stare me down and make me read them. And then the opposite side is red books, which we'll get to. Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. Another one that I will read this year is The Star of the Sea by Erin Morgenstern. Look how pretty. The next one is one which I'm like not even sure if I'm not interested anymore, but it's The Program by Suzanne Young. Then I have some classics, which I never read, which is why they're all on my TBR. We have To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, this very ratty copy of Emma by Jane Austen, which is even the right way up. Oh, it's upside down. There we go. It's kind of cute, and I really want to read Emma because I've heard it's one of her, like, kind of funny ones, so yeah. Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. I forgot his name for a second because I saw Hamish Hamilton and was like, who the hell's that? I've never read a Dickens book, and I got this book for free. Oh, it's kind of cute underneath. I might just get rid of this dust jacket. It's kind of ugly. Oh, it was 6 shillings. Oh my god. Just to show you how old this is. 6 shillings. Look at that. Wow. Next I have 2 George Orwell books. I have Down and Out in Paris and London and 1984. I want to get to this one this year so badly. And this one, I don't know when I'll get to it, but at some point. The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. My oldest brother got this for me, and I still have his letter in the front. Yeah, he got this for me last year, and I haven't read it yet, but I will, maybe, at some point. I can't bother to get all these other ones out. You've seen them all before. We have The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is super high on my TBR. I really want to get to it. The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. And then the 3 books in the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. This is, like, all stuff that I really want to get to this year, but it's all, like, adult books, so that scares me. Let's move on over. More TBR books. First of all, we have The Unbound by Victoria Schwab. This is the sequel to The Archived, and I need to reread The Archived before I get to this because it's been 3 years since I read that. So next I have Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds, which I bought fairly recently. It's so pretty. I'm currently obsessed with yellow, so I'm loving it. If You Find Me by Emily Murdoch. I am also obsessed with this cover. I love yellow, so I'm loving it. The Silver Linings Playbook by Matthew Quick. I won a challenge in the biannual bibliothon literally 6 years ago, and I still have not read this. Next, I have the oldest book on my TBR, The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filer. I'll read it one day, I promise. Another old book from my TBR, we have Panic by Lauren Oliver. I'm still interested. Kind of. I will read it. Next, I have the first 4 books in the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. I have only ever read the first book. I have not read any of these ones, and I don't even own the 5th one. I'm planning to read them this year. I can't bother to get the rest out. I have Anti-Darken by Kirsten White, Nexus by Sasha Ellsberg and Lindsay Cummings. I only bought this because I went to a signing, and I wanted Sasha to sign something. And then we have The Winter's Curse by Marie Rudikowski, which I also haven't read yet. Then we have Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. So excited to get to this. Hopefully by the time this video goes up, I've already read it. This ARC copy of Frostblood by Ellie Blake. I still haven't read it. It's been out for years. Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. I still haven't read this. And then finally we have The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness, which I've heard mixed things about, but I do want to read it still. At some point. Maybe. Okie dokie. Last TBR shelf, which is kind of a lie. This is not all TBR. So first of all, I have this little snow globe from Amsterdam, which I bought when I was visiting my sister one year, I think. It's so cute. I used to have such an obsession with snow globes when I was younger, and now this is the only one I have left. So, we have a bunch of books, which I'm not going to pull out because there's just too many of them, and I'm sure you know what the covers look like. We have Vampire Academy and Frostbite by Rochelle Mead. Michelle Reed? No, Rochelle Mead. I have actually read both of these, and I have also read Shadow Kiss and Blood Promise, but I need to reread all of them before I can finish off the series, which I really want to do because I read up to book 4 and I just didn't finish it. Then we have Shatter Me, Unite Me, and Unravel Me, all by Tahara Mafi. I've read Shatter Me, and then I didn't continue on, even though I bought these right after reading it because I was really excited to continue, and then I didn't. Then we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I really want to read this. Then we have Legend, Prodigy, and Champion by Marie Lu. This is a dystopian trilogy, which I never read, even though it's from like 2014 or whatever. I never read it, but I should. Then we have Shadow and Bone and Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. I read Shadow and Bone back in 2015, 2014 maybe, I don't know. And I never continued on. But I bought the second book, and I have the third book on Kindle, so maybe I will read it at some point. Then we have One Dark Throne by Kendare Blake, the sequel to Three Dark Crowns. Still need to continue on with that series, but I'm going to do that in the autumn, because it's a very atmospheric book, and I made the mistake of reading the first one in summer, and then I just like wasn't on the mood. And then finally we have Inherited by Frida Matthews. This is a pirate book, which I'm actually really excited to read, but still haven't. So yeah, those are all of the like TBR shelves. Moving on to side B. So the lighting and the angle is probably going to be terrible on this side, because there's a bed in the way. Maybe I can scooch it a little bit. I scooched it a little bit. The first 3 books here are dot books. These are my 2 journals that I filled. I have flip throughs of both of these up on my channel, so if you're interested, I'll link them down below. And then this third one is one that I'm in the process of filling. They just live here because why not? Then we have The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, just because I haven't found like a better place for it. I'd love to like display it, but obviously we don't have the space right now. And then I have A Torch Against the Night. Oh, why is this not in order? Okay. I have An Ember in the Ashes, A Torch Against the Night, and A Reaper at the Gates, all by Saba Tahir, the first 3 books in the Ember in the Ashes series. So yeah, I'm going to reread these 2 and then finally read this one in preparation for the 4th book that comes out in December. And then the last book I have is actually a textbook, and it's called Varieties of English, The Pacific and Australasia by, I don't even know who. Hold on, I need you to see me for a second. I look really gross, but oh god, I look rougher than I thought. Fun fact about me, I always say in my videos that I study Spanish and Latin American studies, but that's actually a lie. I do a major in Spanish and Latin American studies, and I minor in English language, and I love English language. I'm such a language nerd. I love all languages. I love it. I love learning about it. I love learning the grammar constructions. It has a piece of my heart. Anyway, but one of my like biggest passions is global English. I find it fascinating, and I can't even tell you why. I think it might be because my English had some like global English aspects to it, and I find that really interesting, like analyzing my own language and stuff like that. I don't know if this makes any sense, but yeah, because basically I grew up in the Caribbean, but I lived in England for like 10 years, and so like when you just see like the way that your language use changes, I just loved it. I loved it so much. So yeah, I find it really interesting, and I have a specific interest in global English, and actually I had to use this textbook. When I was in my final year of high school, I did like my final exam on global English, and I was actually the only one in the entire grade who did their exam on global English, because you had like 5 topics to choose from, and I was the only one because I was just so fascinated. So yeah, I did like a whole big research project which culminated in a final exam on New Zealand English, and it was fascinating. So yeah, I'm a nerd. Moving on. All right. Sorry, I turned into Matthew McConaughey there for a second. Sorry, I'm just doing a little bit of editing, and I forgot to say this when I was on camera doing the intro. As you can see on this shelf, Eleanor and Park is sitting there, and I don't support this book anymore, and I'm actually unhauling it. So yeah, I just forgot to take it off my shelf before filming this video. It's pretty racist, so yeah. not something I want to support, and yeah, I'm not going to be rereading that at any point. Sorry for it being there, but it's now been removed. We have more read books here. I have The Trials of Morgan Crowe by Jessica Townsend. I read this recently, and I think the video of me talking about this will probably already be up. Then I have the 3 books in the Anna and the French Kiss trilogy by Stephanie Perkins, which are Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and Isla and the Happily Ever After. These were so popular on BookTube years ago. I'm going to do a video where I reread old favorites and see how it goes, because I've heard very negative things since then, because this one is particularly problematic. Then I have Daughter of Smoke and Bone, Days of Blood and Starlight, and Dreams of Forgotten Monsters by Laini Taylor. I've read the first 2 and I enjoyed them, but I listened to them on audio, so like I don't feel like I absorbed as much. So I'm holding on to them for now to see if I enjoy them more when I reread them physically, and then I'll finally finish the series. Or I might hate the first one and unhaul them all, but we'll see. And I also have Alex Approximately by Jen Bennett, which is one of my favorite books by Jen Bennett. She writes really cute but also hard-hitting contemporary, and I love it. So check her out, and this is the best one. Then we have My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. This is another old school BookTube fave, but no one ever talks about it anymore. Okay, we can't quite fit everything in, but it's close enough. It's the best we're gonna do. 3 Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. We have City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. The Martian by Andy Weir. Love it. The Toll by Neil Shusterman, which is, this annoys me, but I need to fix that. And then I also have obviously Thunderhead and Scythe, all 3 books in the Scythe trilogy, which I adore. And I also have Divergent by Veronica Roth. There's a reason I'm holding on to that. You'll just have to wait and see. I have all 5 books in the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Next to it, I have Fangirl by Reva Rowell and the Hunger Games box set. Oh god, how are we even gonna do this? Alright, we can't fit everything in, but this is the best we're gonna do. So here I have Illuminate and Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and then I have all of my other Victoria/V Schwab books, which include the Monsters of Verity duology, the Shades of London, I think that's what it's called, trilogy, Vicious and Vengeful, and then also the Archived is right at the bottom, you can't see it. And then I also have Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. So yeah, those are the books. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, even though it was chaotic and messy, but like that's just where my life is at right now. Evie, I hope you liked this specifically because you asked for this, and you know, gotta give the people what they want. In all seriousness, I do hope you enjoyed this. Bookshelf tours take quite a while to film and edit. It was a bit of a lazy one, as you could tell, because I didn't take all the books out, but I was being lazy. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, even though it's chaotic. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know any videos that you want to see. As you can tell, I'm open to suggestions. So yeah, if you have any video suggestions, leave them down below. Let me know if you like bookshelf tours, because I know some people love them, some people don't. I'm not that bothered about them. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe down below. And that is all that I have for this video. So I will see you very soon with another one. Bye! Chain of Gold by Sarah J. Maas. No, then we have Chain of, If You Find Me by If You Find Me by Emily Mortimer. I cannot speak. Legend Prodigy. Oh my god. By Lee Bye.